what's up, everybody? The Jack Nerd here, bringing a quick custom showcase video. Haven't done one of these in a while. The last one today was made about roughly 11 months ago, give or take. So since I've been back home, I've been working on a couple of custom figures. I've already completed a total of 3 custom 1/12 scale figures, or well, completed / still needing some extra little bits and bobs here and there. So to start off, I've always wanted a Days of Futures Past Wolverine. I always thought the design was cool. I kind of liked that different type of motif with dark colors and whatnot. So after seeing Leo Legendary's videos and a bunch of other different videos from people using Killmonger, a Winter Soldier Captain America, I wanted to try a different approach. So what I did was get a bunch of Mafex figures and a bunch of Mezco parts and stuff like that, a Marvel Legends, to create my own Days of Futures Past Wolverine. Now, no, the colors are not going to be super accurate either. On top of that, it's actually kind of a guy on Instagram, Perfect 112 Customs, had this like little show of like different colors of what it would look like with a Days of Futures Past, this Days of Futures Past third-party figure that's coming out. Which, yeah, it's soft goods, and I'm not a big fan of soft goods. So I figured, you know what, I'm not going to get it. I already build my own Wolverines. So without further ado, here is my take on a Days of Futures Past Wolverine custom action figure. As you can see, it is done up in this yellow and blue motif with NATO black for the armor bits and the belt and the boots. So for the parts, I used pretty much using a Infinity War Captain America again. As you know, I've used this mold numerous times. But so the torso underneath, and the abdomen, the legs, and then the shoulders and biceps are all from the Mafex Captain America from Infinity War. The forearms, the little armor bits on the arms, the chest plate and the shoulder armor, and a back plate is all from the Suicide Squad Mafex Deadshot. The Will Smith character, that guy, yeah. And then, of course, the kneecaps came off that figure, too. There's still some things I want to add to it. Just a little bit more of a color breakage a little bit, but not by much. So, yeah. And then, of course, the head came off of the Marvel Legends, which happens to be the one with the leather jacket. So, yeah. And, of course, he's got the screaming head. So, I pretty much got 2 Wolverines, but to be honest, I like this one better, so I'm just going to put this one back. But yeah, you know, the articulation's there, the claws are, and I also got some extra hands with it. It came from the Mezco Wolverine, so I was able to part the hands and stuff. I was able to find the hands for parts. The belt was also from the Mezco Wolverine, and then the boots are actually from a Sovereign Knight Batman. So yeah, it just gives it that kind of like that armored boot look that he kind of had in the film. And as we know, what's happening right now is that Hugh Jackman, aka our Wolverine, is making maybe his final appearance as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. So here we have him with Deadpool. Very different from that yellow mustard with the blues breaking up a little bit. So that's pretty cool. Also, to talk about the other molds I used. So, of course, obviously the very first custom that I did making this mold was the Captain America from Falcon and Winter Soldier. Update with this figure, he's got a new shield. So I ordered a new shield for that. And then the second iteration of a custom figure was using the Endgame mold of making my custom Captain Hydra. So in a way, I've used this mold 3 times. This is actually the first X-Men character that I actually made out of using this mold, and also integrating different parts and pieces. And of course, the mold that started it all was the Infinity War Captain America. Of course, you see Wolverine is just a little bit taller than Cap, and which is not a bad thing, but it also gives Wolverine some personality too. And honestly, I think this is really cool. And of course, I painted it by hand, pretty much. So this was all painted by hand. So there's going to be like a little inconsistencies. I still want to like do some touch-ups with the figure itself and try to break up some colors. But overall, that's my my interpretation of the Days of Futures Past Wolverine. And honestly, I think it turned out pretty fucking cool in my opinion. I think it's really cool. I like it. Oh shoot, excuse me. So yeah, there it is. The next custom I want to talk about is, you know how Hasbro's been doing those selfie series, right? And so a couple years ago, I was experimenting with it and stuff like that, but it just, the face didn't look like me. The body choice was just like, come on, just Snake Eyes? I mean, yeah, Snake Eyes is cool and all, but how can you really embody yourself as a true fan? Like, you know, like, yeah, like, okay, yeah, I'll take an Iron Man. Give me like the Mark 17 Iron Man suit or something like that. I don't freaking know. Or just like a better embodiment of yourself, you know? So I was able to talk to this one guy on Instagram called NamZ, and he did a custom head sculpt for me, and everything else in between I painted and made myself. So without further ado, I'll show you a real selfie series. 1/12 scale me, the Jack Nerd. Of course, this was a G.I. Joe based body from Breaker, and the knife sheath, it was from Snake Eyes. The gun holster was from probably Duke or one of the other characters that had the similar holster. The harness is from from a Cobra Trooper, and then the backpack was from Snake Eyes. So, yeah, I made a custom 1/12 scale version of me. Yes, you can call me a narcissist for crying out loud, but I'm very proud of how this custom turned out. You know, because it embodies me. I am not only a nerd. I have served my country and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. Stuff I really don't talk about. But this is just the embodiment of me per se, and I think it turned out great. This guy, looks really good with other characters. I mean, let's see here. Let's grab Cap here, the other Cap. You know, just kind of like a little bit of mix and match. You know, you can be part of that world. You know, in this certain series, and I will post NamZ's Instagram account in the description below, so you can check his stuff out. So yeah, like, you know, it works. It really does for what it is. I really like how it turned out. A lot of it was airbrushed, and then the camo was just implemented by brush and everything else, and then of course the little clasp and stuff is all gunmetal and stuff like that. It just looks really cool. I think this is probably one of my favorite customs I've ever worked on, because yes, you can call me a narcissist, but I had a lot of fun working on it, and it just looks really cool. I cannot wait to actually showcase this figure more into that stop motion animation. Same with this guy. So the next custom I'm going to talk about, I mean, it's still a work in progress, but let's just say that it's pretty much done. I mean, there's some things I wish I could have done better at, especially in the chest, but SH Figuarts, they haven't released a certain figure a lot of people are waiting for. I mean, SHF has been behind a lot of releases lately, including the Mark 17. I'll never drop that. I'll never drop it. Anyways, I made myself a custom Vision. Of course, the greens are a little too dark, and then the stripes on the chest are off slightly. But overall, I mean, the head sculpt, it was white. A lot of the parts came from White Vision, but like the head sculpt alone is really well done, in my opinion. I think I did a really good job on the way the head sculpt looks. Like, so all I need to do is just add a little bit more of the, excuse me, a little more of the brass or gold pieces on his forearms and legs. Probably match up the color again, get rid of the red and just leave the chest green, because it's just kind of like, yeah. But there's my custom vision. So we'll have him stand with Ultron here for a quick second. My custom Cyborg Ultron, or Cytron. Actually, it's just more, it's a custom Ultron used in Cyborg's Mafex body for the added articulations. So, you know, just kind of, you know, like, yeah, he's there. He's definitely a little taller. So that's a good thing, because Ultron was always a little bit bigger in the movies. But yeah, there's my custom vision right there. So like, yeah, I'm very, like, it's not the greatest, but at the same time, it's vision. So I'm just kind of move these guys around real quick, move him back. All right, so the next custom I'm going to talk about, that's kind of a work in progress. Accidentally dropped it, by the way, and I got to fix that. So the next custom I am actually working on, this is actually the very first heavily sculpted piece I have ever done. Parts just falling off this damn thing, I swear. That's what you get for it being a KO. Also, this was the base body for this was a Superman from Justice League KO. So yeah. But I've been working on a Insomniac verse Mafex inspired Spider-Man with a knackered leg. I gotta fix that. What the hell? KOs. They're so much fun. This is why you buy KOs cheap, so you can customize them instead of paying. I don't want to say how much I spent on everything to make this custom. I'm not gonna say it. Let's just say it was a little high, but overall. But yeah, so my very first sculpted piece, you know, putting the spider in and stuff like that, and it's been a slow process. Like, I've been chipping away at it every day and stuff like that, just to make it look really good. So we'll just put the headless spider here, if he can freaking stand. Probably not. And he's gonna fall. Yeah, he's gonna fall regardless. I'm just gonna put him down. But yeah, I mean, those are some of the customs I worked on. There's probably a couple other customs I never got to really talk about very much. I think a past custom I don't think I talked about this past custom that I did a while back ago was my custom Zombie Strange. This is going to be another character that's going to eventually show up in Avengers Incursions, so he's going to be kind of another alternate Strange. I don't think I talked about my Agent Venom, which actually I need to put a little bit more work on him. I'm going to redo the chest. Thinking about practicing with a little bit more of that sculpt work, and kind of sculpt a spider into the chest, and maybe try to have the legs kind of come down here a little bit too. So, yep. And then I don't think I ever talked about my custom Marissa Fairborn. Yeah, this was a custom Marissa Fairborn I did a while back, and yeah, so probably another character that's going to eventually show up, especially in Transformers Shattered Dimensions. So yeah, that's kind of my most recent / past customs that I have done. And we'll just lay him here because he's still a work in progress and just a little dead. Let's get a quick look at them. So there's the Vision, Agent Venom, Wolverine. Really like how Wolverine turned out. Marissa, it's me, and then my Zombie Strange. So yeah, those are just some of the customs I have been working on, and really hope you guys enjoy these little custom showcases, because it just shows another another side of my abilities, and I really like doing the whole custom thing. I think it's a lot of fun. And just on top of that, just it just helps. It just kind of like stretches the mind and figures out what else you can create, because that's the thing about being a content creator. You're always trying to make different new things and try to, you know, have your audience engaged. And I think doing customs like this and whatnot just shows another side of my own creativity, not just some sort of animator. But overall, I hope you guys really liked them. Really liked how these turned out. I really liked how. I think this one's my favorite though. This is my top number 1. Number 2 would be Wolvie, and number 3 would be Vision. Vision because of certain things, and then Wolvie all hand painted and needs a little bit of extra stuff to it. But I really like this Wolverine figure. It's like the first custom X-Men figure I have ever done, honestly, and I really like it, and he'll make an appearance too one day. Just, I'm not going to say when. But, so, if you guys liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, give a dislike. You know, any sort of feedback is good feedback, I guess. See here, what else is there? If you guys hasn't hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Sorry if I was kind of all over the place in this video, because I haven't done one of these in a while. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed Convergence. And on top of that, that's all I have. This is the Jack Nerd signing out. You guys take care.